In our last video, we were wrapping things up at our creekside camp near Twin Falls, Idaho. We had a wonderful stay. We would have liked to stay longer in Idaho, but the temps were cooling off quickly. As you can see on our way out, we were passing some farm fields that got a light dusting of snow the previous night. It was our cue to go ahead and continue south into northeastern Nevada. Took Highway 93 for the first time. Heading south, never took that route before, and it is stunning, just surrounded by mountains. Fun fact a lot of people don't know about Nevada, it is the most mountainous state in the lower 48. So you're pretty much always surrounded by mountains. There's a lot of flat stretches, but there's always mountains off in the distance as you pass through the mountain ranges. It's just beautiful. Cut off a Highway 93 for a little bit using Highway 6 out of Ely, Nevada. And again, it was just stunning. This is one of the valleys that had a little rest stop I took a break at. It was nice to be back into warmer temps, still surrounded by these beautiful mountains as we look forward to settling down at our next camp. Well, greetings all. We are coming at you from our Nevada desert camp here. It is just beautiful out. It has been consistently about 75 degrees, clear, sunny, calm. It's just been awesome, surrounded by these mountains here. And yeah, just kind of taking care of some projects and enjoying being settled into camp here. We did a little bit of driving from Idaho down here, and got myself a new addition here. I got a hummingbird feeder. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. The other day I was just sitting out in my chair and a hummingbird came and flew and just kind of paused right in front of me, and it gave me the idea. I've been thinking about getting one of these for a while, and had my first hummingbird come and feed this morning. It was really cool. But it is already warming up. It's only like 10 a.m. I'm going to have to lose this overshirt here, and just going to be another clear, warm, sunny day. Yeah, why don't you go hang out over here, dude? Got a couple projects that I'm going to try to accomplish at this camp. I've got the materials to do it, so I figured what the heck, let's try to get it done. One of the projects is trimming out the other cabinet door. Like I did this one here, I showed that in my last video. I was able to pick up another strip of that wood, so I can do this one over here. And then the other thing I've been thinking about doing in this van for quite a while is putting a little window in this back door. It was an old U-Haul moving van. It had the roll-up door. When I got it, we removed the roll-up door, framed out for a wall and door here. This door is actually just made out of 3/4 inch plywood, and then it's got the 1x3s is kind of decorative trim around it. So there is a spot in the upper section. You can see, I think you can see that there's that trim there and then the trim here. But in the spot in between, I've got just enough room to put a small window. And I'm not going to do like a typical window like I did on the side that opens with a screen. It's just going to be to look through. So I was kind of brainstorming different things I can do, and what I came up with is to try to use an acrylic sheet, not actually glass. And I was able to find some online for relatively cheap. Came with 2 sheets. If you can see it here, it's clear. It's 12 by 8. So it'll fit right in that spot there and still have room to kind of frame around it. So I'll give you a little idea of what I'm talking about here. It's gonna probably not make sense until I actually go and do it, but we'll show you what I got. What I'm gonna do is this will be the window, this acrylic sheet, and then I'll use this 1x3 to kind of build a frame around that. Well, I think it is just about time to try to install this window here. I think this should work in theory. Again, I took my router, routed out the exact depth of the acrylic sheet there, 1/4 inch. And then I took my clamps and some wood glue and just glued this. So not super sturdy, but should hold while I'm installing. And then I went and pre-drilled holes all around here where I'm going to screw it into the door to hopefully prevent this from wanting to split or crack. And then this is the acrylic sheet here. That should drop in there nice and snug. Yep, sits in there nice and flush. So again, this will be the side that's up against the door, and we'll screw in from the other side. I'm going to see if Kelly can help me hold it up there, and we'll get it screwed in. Alright, it's time to get this thing fully secured. I did put a bead of wood glue behind it. Kelly helped me hold it up there to get the first couple screws in. So I'm going to go around and get it finished off. Alright, there's our little lookout window there. It's all secured on there. And then I'll caulk all around the edge of the frame and then caulk along the inside of the frame there. I've got the inside framed out. I'm going to do a little detail work on it and it should be all wrapped up here pretty quick. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. I've got this frame around the inside. And of course there's a gap here because of the 3/4 inch plywood that the door is made of. So I have a little sheet of this paneling here and I'm cutting out little strips that I can lay flat in here, and I'm just going to glue it to that 1x3 there. So it'll have kind of a nice flat surface here instead of just the bare plywood in this gap. So I've got one cut for there, one cut for the top. I need to cut these two side ones and then give them a nice sanding. It'll be a nice kind of finished edge there as I look out. Alright, so there's the finished product from the inside there. Got that trim around the edges. I think it turned out nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint on the inside, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the outside painted. So we'll go ahead and do that. We got it all painted up. I think that should work. Oh, what a difference being able to peek out the back door without having to open it. So cool. Oh, Kelly's out there working on something. Yeah, really like that. It's gonna work out. Yeah, it brightens up the back of the van here with the door shut. And I found a little piece of material that I cut to fit there, so I've got a little cover for when I need some privacy or don't want the sun shining in. So that should just work out fine. That's how I feel sometimes. It's bath day for Hogs today. We just did like I did, got on the shower tent there and took about 2.5 gallons. I think we got him pretty good. Now we got to deal with him drying off. Good boy, Hobbs. You're the best dog.
Good.
He just stands there, doesn't fight it. All right, let's get you dried off. Well, we want to know what's out in these mountains here, so we're going to take the motorcycles out. Check it out. We hopped on the bikes, rode only about 15 miles up this gravel road from our camp. Our camp's at about 2,500 feet elevation. By the time we got up to the end of the road, we were up at about 7,400 feet elevation. So quite a gain in elevation, and of course all these trees started to appear. Completely different terrain from where we're camped, just 15 to 18 miles down this gravel road. We actually did find a couple nice little camp spots. We went ahead and took a break at one of them and contemplated, oh, we could probably get our vans up this way and camp out up here. But it's a pretty long stretch of gravel road, and we just decided we're happy camped where we are. but it was nice to ride up on the bikes. Well, I had to cut it short yesterday on my projects. I got a late start and it started to get dark on me, so I'm going to tackle things again today. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the hinges here, pull that right off, and I've got another stick of this stuff here. I'm going to get outside and put the torch to it, give it that burnt look, cut my lengths, and then glue and clamp. I decided to move inside to finish up the rest of this. It is getting a little breezy out there. Alright, we got it all finished up. I think it turned out nice. I noticed when I picked this stick up from Home Depot, it's the same as this one here I did at the last camp, but the engraving on this one here is not as deep as the second one I picked up. So it makes it kind of stand out more, just because it's deeper. But I think it'll still match just fine. Okay, got the screws right here. Alright, there it is. I'm happy with that. It turned out nice. Taking a look at it with it installed there, I like it. It's nice that they're matching now. This one just looks so plain after doing this one. That'll work. We'll call that a finished project. Thanks for joining me on this one. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us once again. Hope you're all doing well out there, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Peace.